Hello, Mira here with the next ELEX video. So we are going to continue our looting spree, but before that we will end up doing some quests
We should not
that are
rely on
required,
machines.
and then we will loot the Dome City. So let's speak to the guard.
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
Requesting access.
Hey, is that you four? Nice drone. Sorry, little drone, I'd let you in, but I presume you want to stick with this guy. Without a permit, he's gonna stay out here.
Where can I get an entry ID?
You can't. We're full. We're short of supplies. So the decision has come down to close the gates. The full allocation of entry IDs has been given out, and we have instructions not to let anyone else in. Those outlaws have us stretched enough as it is. I'm not saying you're working with them, but until law and order is reestablished, we can't risk any more undesirables joining up with them. You'll have to wait till all this is over and done with. Say, there's a bunch of others who can't get in who've taken up residence in some houses near here. Why don't you join up with them?
Have there been any Alb attacks here recently?
With Zakor on our northern border, there are always Alb troops coming through on their way somewhere, but they don't seem to be attacking us here for the moment.
But have you heard anything about Alexiters traveling through Abessa?
Yeah, I have now that you mention it. Alexiter Calyx was reported to have headed north with a few combat units and a troop of mechs.
Alexiter Calyx. So he's been promoted. Tell me, how long ago did Alexiter Calyx head north?
A few days ago. They must be back at the Ice Palace in Zakor by now. What's with the interest in Alexiters? You go chasing them, you'll just find trouble. And I don't want them tracing that trouble back here.
I'm asking so I can avoid them.
Don't treat me like a rookie. You sound like someone who wants a showdown. So let me give you a warning. That approach is gonna get you and anyone close to you killed.
Okay, so he told us about some outlaws that are near here, so let's talk to them next. We already were at their place for that berserker that needed a weapon, that wanted to escape and go to Tavar, if you remember that. So this is the same place.
Really?
And we ended up looting this chest here to get that weapon.
Recommend caution. Confusing and brittle terrain.
No. I can't believe that.
Okay, here's the NPC that we need to speak to.
Welcome to the camp of the impure, where the poor souls barred from the city stand and wait for the Alps to kill them.
What do you want here?
We don't want anything here. We want to be in there, in the city, as the law says we can, as the law says we should be. Those clerics are supposed to uphold the law, yet here we are. The gate's closed to us. Sounds like your drone has a few short circuits. I'll give you half price for it.
It's not for sale.
That's a shame. I can think of a few surprises that thing could give our cleric friends.
I want to get into the city. Can you get me in?
Have you tried to get in yet?
Yes, I went to the gate.
And? You got turned away, right?
I wouldn't be here otherwise.
Okay. I can offer you a way to get into the city, but it's risky because you might not get out again. At least not if they confiscate your ID.
Why won't I be able to get out?
All right. I just hope things don't go the same way they did with Cooper. The clerics have shut the city up tight. They won't let anyone who doesn't have a valid ID through the gate. Not in, not out.
Why would the clerics stop people leaving the city?
They're stopping them meeting up with us. That's what I heard. Paranoid assholes. Anyway, we're off the point. You want in, right? And I can give you a counterfeit ID that will get you in. But once you're inside there, I need you to go and take an ID card to Cooper. That way he can come back out again. Like I say, I can get you in, but I also need you to help me out. You good with that? Does that sound like a deal?
Okay, so I really wanted this outlaw to move away from me. It's kinda annoying, so let's continue the conversation.
Completely sure? I mean, yeah,
Deal.
what the fuck?
Give me the ID, and I'll meet Cooper.
Good, right. That's the plan. Long term. You see, Wick has all the blank IDs. So before I can get you an ID, I need you to get me Wick.
Where is Wick?
Well, that there is a good question. You see, he's been gone for a while. He'd gone over to the ruins to see if there was anything worth scavenging there, and hasn't come back. You should look for him over to the northwest if you're in a hurry to get into the city. Just look through all the houses. He should still be there, scavenging.
Okay, so let's do that quest now. That guy should be somewhere around. Well, it's along this path. Okay, if I remember, I think, yeah, there are the houses. Okay, so this quest, if you did it early on, it's kinda a bit hard when all of these mobs attack you at the same time, but with our trusty flamethrower, it's like really easy. By the way, guys, I will move away from the flamethrower at some point because when I get better armor, I will want to go with melee weapons and not with ranged weapons. Well, I will still use ranged weapons, but maybe to pull the mobs, and then I will continue fighting in the melee. And if there are quite a few mobs, then I will fight them. I will kill maybe one or two with a ranged weapon, then I will continue to fight with melee weapons to save up some ammo.
Too easy.
Okay, nothing that impressive, but still not bad. Okay, let me turn off this radio. It's not that if the guy starts talking, if I open my inventory, then I cannot click on stuff. Kinda annoying. And the second part, probably not going to happen, but maybe some of that music is copyrighted, so maybe I get in trouble on YouTube for content ID. Okay, so we picked up some recipe there. I was kind of looting really fast, but nothing that important here. I thought there was something like worthwhile here, but there isn't. I already did once this, but my recording software kinda went crazy. Okay, so these graves, there are some coins, and our character says that is a bad idea.
There's nothing here.
Really not sure what we can.
I won't get in now. It's broken.
Not sure what we need to do here. Maybe I will look around the house, but I really didn't figure it out first time when I was playing. I just continued. As if you know what those graves do, even if they actually do something, let me know in the comments. I'm really not sure if I'm supposed to do something. Like, there are those coins inside.
I won't get in now.
and our character says that he
I
won't,
won't get in now.
get in now, so I'm not
There's
sure.
nothing here. Bad idea.
I'm really not sure what I'm supposed to do with those graves, but we will explore everything. So if like I remember that we will pass this place again at some point, and we'll try to figure it out then. If I get some idea, we will try it out. Like I did figure out something that we couldn't do. I think I told you that in the previous episode, but I know how to get into that wine cellar, and we will do that in maybe even next, or not the next episode, the episode after that probably. So the plan is to, once we finish looting this awesome city, then I will make a save game for a Berserker Mage playthrough. Then we are going to go into pickpocketing for a few episodes. Like in those episodes, if you like not really interested in pickpocketing, since I'm going to go to places where we went already, I'm probably not going to do any quests or stuff. So those videos, if you are in a hurry, you can skip them. But if you want to watch them,
Analyzing structural
Why not?
integrity.
Has so much to give. I know you can say that.
I don't even want to know.
Wick is dead, but I found the ID cards on his body.
Dead? Shit. I told him whatever was there wasn't worth the risk. But Wick would do anything if it would mean him getting 2 shards he could tap together. Ah well, give me the blank ID card. I'll work it up for you now. So, done. 1 fake ID ready to go.
Give me the counterfeit ID.
Okay, wait a second. Your image has to be added there first. So, done. Here's your ID. And this is the ID for Cooper. Take it to him. But make sure the clerics don't see it, see him, or see you handing this over. And do it as soon as you get in there. He's been at risk too long as it is. We don't need him being held, or worse, turned into a vegetable by the suggesters.
okay, so now we have an ID, so we can get into the city. And I will want to make a save game here quickly. Actually, let's do the save game like really in front of an NPC, why not?
Halt! Not a step further. No one is allowed into the city without an entry permit.
Okay, so we have an option to show our ID card or to actually tell him about the counterfeit IDs. Let's first find out about this first question about them not letting the
I
people out.
heard you hold people prisoner if they can't prove their identities.
Of course. Need a valid ID to enter or to leave. It's important we keep the right balance here, and that we can hold people accountable. We've worked hard to keep things running here. We can't start letting people flood in, or the troublemakers will take over. Anyone who tries to get around with ID is given straight to the suggesters to be taken care of.
What's a suggester?
Our suggesters are the reason things remain peaceful in the city. If someone causes trouble, then they're either thrown out, see a suggester for reorientation, or both. But don't worry, it's a positive experience that will leave you happy about life. Even so, I recommend avoiding it.
Okay, so I wanted to get out those conversations beforehand, and I really wonder what will happen if we actually tell him about counterfeit IDs, because I didn't do that in my first playthrough. But if it sucks to do it, I will go with the second answer and well, use my counterfeit ID, but let's see what happens.
Halt! Known as...
You know counterfeit IDs are being sold right in front of your gate.
What? Have you got one? Show me. Well, that's good quality work, too. I'm not sure I would have spotted that as a fake. Thank you. We need citizens like you around here. You've done me a service, so I'll give you a valid ID. Just make sure you take this fake straight to Eric when you get inside, right? Oh, and there are some rules I need to tell you before you enter. First, stay away from the generators. Nobody but the technicians is allowed access to them. That sort of security is why we need to keep a rein on fake IDs. So take that fake straight to Eric, okay? Anyone you meet in the city who hasn't got proper documents, report them to him. We can only keep peace in the city if we all work together, and we keep the city secure. That's what was laid down by the Great Council of Magalan. And the Great Council gave the clerics the responsibility for guaranteeing the city's independence. That means everyone is welcome here, until they cause trouble. So keep the peace while you're in there. Our suggesters are busy enough without you adding to their workload. And that's it. You may pass.
Okay, so I'm really not sure about that choice. The other choice is basically to show the counterfeit ID, then give one to Cooper, and you're basically done there. So that's the storyline if we go that way. I want to see what happens if we go this route, but let me know what you guys would have done in this situation. Would you use that counterfeit ID and help the Cooper, or would you report the Cooper to the suggesters? I mean, the suggesters are not that's not a nice experience for the guy who gets suggested, so that's kind of not a too nice thing to do. So let's continue the conversation.
What's happening in the city?
Nothing right now, but it's simmering. You can feel it. There was something building even before we let those Alp separatists in here. They just lit the touch paper. But hey, we're supposed to be a sanctuary, so someone decided to open the gates and let the separatists in.
I'm not sure either about this one. Since they already let Alps in, we can maybe do this. I think I went with the second answer in my playthrough, but in this playthrough, let's go with the first one.
I was also an Alb once.
You? Bullshit. Since when do separatists travel in small groups? What, you're serious? As if we didn't have enough trouble. You better stick with the rest of your crowd. Then I'll know where to find you when we need to kick you out.
Well, he remembered that and didn't really like it, but let's roll with it since we already chosen that.
Where can I find Eric?
Just go straight down the path into the inner city. You should find him there.
You mentioned the Council of Magalan.
The Great Council, yes. You'll have to speak to Judicator Alois if you want to know more about that. I'm not that well informed on my history.
Who's Alois?
Alois is the Judicator in charge of the city. You'll find him in the castle. He likes to stay close to the generators.
Okay, so we got in. Now, I won't give the Cooper the ID yet, because we're doing few playthroughs. Technically, well, it's to a point it's one playthrough, then it's going to branch out into 3 separate playthroughs. So once I join a faction, I will once report him and once give the counterfeit ID to him, and in one playthrough we will already know. The third playthrough that I'm doing, we will already know what will happen if you watch all of those videos, but if you watch just one of them, well. Okay, so next thing, we are going to...
Hey, you!
Let me guess. I'm not allowed into the upper quarter?
What? No, everyone's allowed to move about freely here. I just have a question for you. You got here recently, right? I just want to know what things are like outside the dome. What's going on out there? Are the Albs attacking?
Okay, so I was going to say that we are going to get interrupted by some NPCs and I want to talk to them before I start looting, so you do not miss those conversation half part, I guess. So we need to speak to this guy, and I also want to do one more quest, so let's continue with this.
There are raids, but there have been no major assaults recently.
I'm sure that's just the calm before the storm. I just hope the dome holds. There's a lot of people depending on this dome of mine, so they pass us by like a river around a rock. Kalan gave us the knowledge, and now look what we've achieved. A safe harbor for all people. The clerics and Ignodons say we've strayed. I say we've found the true path.
You built the dome?
I designed the plans for it, then we built it together. My name is Eric, by the way. Chief engineer here in the dome. I'm in charge of all the generators and technicians who oversee them.
Okay, so as I said, I won't give him a counterfeit ID, and also I won't continue speaking this conversation yet. I do not think we will get interrupted by there's one NPC here. I do not think he will interrupt us, but I just want to get to Alois, see if he interrupts us. Okay, he doesn't. And there is one more quest that I want to do before we loot, so we're going to do that quest. Then there is also this Berserker Island, so I want to do quests in this particular video, and then in the next video we will probably just do the looting. So there we have to go to this Berserker Island. There are some quests there, so I want to clear up that quest that is there, and then I will probably loot that Berserker Island since it's really small, but in the next video we will loot this city. So I wanted to clear up some quests before I start looting.
So you come here
Because I do not think
No.
it's going to
I
be
was
like...
south of the valley before I came here, but I hid myself in a crate and got brought up in the lift.
You escaped in a crate?
Yeah, those idiots had no idea I was in there. I waited till they were busy with the next one, slipped out, and I was gone.
You got lucky.
That wasn't luck, that was pure skill.
Okay, I wanted to say that... well, I wanted to... Well, I already said it, but I kind of got interrupted by those NPCs. So now we're going to do some quest, and then we are
You
going
can forget
to
it, Brabeck. I serve everyone here.
Save yourself some work and some pain by doing what I say. Let those assholes drink piss from the gutters, and you keep your supplies for the real people.
What do you care who I serve? I still serve you even though the other people complain about it.
So you are taking their side, are you?
I'm on nobody's side. I'm just getting on with my job.
You had better reconsider this.
Reconsider what? One wrong word and the clerics will throw you out of the city. So do us both a favor and calm the hell down.
This isn't over. I will come back.
When you do, make sure you bring some shards. I'm sick of giving credit and I need the change, all right?
Okay, like there's some weapon there. I don't know what it is, but we will pick it up. Double-barreled shotgun. That looks interesting, especially once we go with outlaws. So I wanna talk to Vito, I guess. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pronounce it.
Hey, traveler. Is your throat dry? Are your feet aching? Whatever your problem, I have what you need. One good swig will cure all worries, and that's guaranteed. Here, my thanks to you.
I don't understand. Why have you given this to me?
Any more? I cannot say. The mystery is key to this gift. Search out its meaning, and it will benefit you. Pass this test, and the secret will open to you.
Why are you making such a secret of it?
You will see when you find the meaning.
Okay, so I wanted to pick up this key, and we will find out the secret in this video, guys. But I wanna sidetrack a bit and go to the Berserker's Island, then we will come back here. So to get here, we will have to go from this Valley of the Damned teleporter. Let's kind of hit F5 here for a second, and then we will go.
Serious risk detected. Recommend immediate withdrawal.
Let's see if we can like not pull those mobs. And I kind of forgot to put the thing there. Oh man. Okay, there we go. Really not working. Let me see. I guess we will have to use our jetpack. Okay, which one did I mark? Okay, let's go to that teleporter first. And then we will go to the second one. Okay, me being kinda lazy, I won't kill this guy. So there are a whole bunch of loot, but okay, screw you. Okay, one more mob. Oh, they will probably stop chasing me here if they don't
Probability
start
of survival acceptable.
using range attacks. Okay, let me mark it. Okay, one of the games that you can swim in. Not in all Piranha Bytes games you can swim. I think in recent games you can't. And in some games you just swim a bit and then get teleported back to shore. And in this one we can. Like, to me this game, the level design and quests and everything, I really like it. The only thing that kind of throws me off a bit is the melee combat. It's kind of a bit clunky, and I want to push it a bit in my Outlaw playthrough to see if I maybe get a feel for it. Maybe I will start to like it then, but for now, compared to the other games that I played from Piranha Bytes, no, I do not like it that much. Okay, so I'm going to pick up the quest, open the teleporter, and because I'm not sure how much time the quest will take, I'm going to do the quest
I can
first.
Smell. There's something about this place, almost like I had been here before.
So, I didn't want to interrupt Jax there, but I wanted to say that I'm going to do the quest first, and like, if we get to an hour, I'm really scared when I'm recording a long video, because sometimes, yeah, the recording software gets funky. So I try to keep them an hour long, so let's, I think we can only speak to her. Oh, actually this one is just an exile, so let's speak to her.
Incomer or outcast, you can find a place to sleep back there. If you want a meal, there's meat and there's a fire. You can put the two together. You don't have the look of someone who came here looking for food or shelter. What brings you here?
I found your diary in Goliath.
And that brought you all the way out here? I didn't realize I was such a good writer. Are you here to spy for Cormag? If you're here to claim payment, I didn't steal those things, so I can't pay you back. If you want to rest before you go back and tell him that, you're welcome to stay.
Okay, so this is like, we picked up her diary in... I'm not sure when did we pick it up, but we picked it up in Goliath like some time ago. And that diary would have... the quest for that diary would have taken us here.
Do you want your diary back?
So I can remember the good times? Why not? Thank you. Though I don't see me adding more entries while I'm stuck out here.
What exactly happened to you?
You tell me. One day I'm a loyal berserker, the next I'm accused of theft and sentenced without a chance to defend myself. But then maybe that's something you know about. The only people I tend to see out here are on patrol or in exile.
I wasn't exiled.
You weren't? I've not met many people who chose to come here. Exiled, lost, running away, yes. Chosen to come of their own free will? No. Why would you choose to come to this fly-eaten ass end of nowhere?
Being free means you can make mistakes.
A sense of humor. You'll need that here.
If you don't like it here, you should leave.
I can't. Exile isn't just a sentence to leave, it's a sentence to stay. If I leave this place, the powers in Goliath will send a patrol to bring me back here, and chances are they wouldn't bring me back alive.
Prove yourself innocent.
Any evidence is back in Goliath, and I can't get back there. Someone else would have to prove me innocent. And who's gonna do that? I just have to accept the fact that I'm stuck out here for good.
I will persuade them to let you go home.
Why would you? I don't know you. No, don't take that the wrong way. I mean, I'm not used to anyone saying they'd help. And it will put you up against the warlord Cormag. He's convinced I'm guilty. I'm not sure talking will convince him otherwise.
Yeah, let's go with the second answer. That one is kinda not sure what will happen, but let's go with second one.
Don't you want to go back?
A warm bed, high walls, the chance to live rather than just survive? Of course I want to go back. Exile wouldn't be punishment if people didn't want to go back. But we won't persuade Cormag alone. We would need help.
Is there anyone in Goliath who will help you?
Do you know Ulrich?
Yes.
If you go to Goliath and speak to Ulrich, he could come up with a plan. One thing about Ulrich, he's always got a plan. Have faith.
Okay, so Ulrich is that crafting trainer, so let's go to him. By the way, guys, of course there is a reason why I'm doing this quest before the other quests and stuff, so just bear with me. I wanna do this quest before I join a faction.
I'll see you later.
And like joining the faction, yeah, you will get stronger, but if we like upgrade our flamethrower, we would kill anything anyway. So okay, so let's speak to Ulrich.
Kata needs your help.
Kata? Kata? I don't know a Kata.
She's already told me she knows you.
All right, as it's you I'm talking to. Yeah, I know her. A man's gotta be careful. It's dangerous to throw in with the wrong people.
She says she's innocent.
Doesn't everyone say that when they get caught?
So you're saying she is guilty of the thefts? That Cormag was right to convict her?
Guilt in a sense, that's all about who's deciding, isn't it?
Are you gonna help her or not?
Will you accept a no?
No.
Is that any way for a friend to act? All right, all right. I will do it. It isn't as if I didn't have a plan.
Okay, let's go with first. Ask him about the plan.
What's your plan to save her?
Okay, listen. She's accused of theft, right?
Correct.
So, what happens if those thefts continue now she's in exile?
That would be proof the accusations were false.
See? Always knew you were quick. So, all you need to do is steal the right stuff.
What do I have to do?
You grab the right stuff and leave it in the right place, and she gets right out. Simple.
So, what's the right place to leave the stuff?
Somewhere it incriminates our scapegoat, of course.
The scapegoat?
The guy who snitched on Kata. Drogue. He tried to fit her for the crime. Now we'll do that to him. Come on, you must know him. He guards the main city gate. You like as not saw him on the way in here.
What should I steal?
Do I have to do all the thinking myself? Go to Cinda and Bourne's huts. Everyone knows they've got chests of valuables. So, here's the plan. You find those chests and break into them. You steal the valuables and leave a claw behind in their place. Then, you put those valuables, those stolen valuables, into a chest in Drogue's house together with another claw. That's going to make him look very, very guilty.
Why a claw?
Because it's the sign of, well, that doesn't matter for now. Let's just say that when people see the claw, they will take it as proof of Drogue's guilt. So, take these claws, one for Cinda's chest, one for Bourne's, and one for Drogue's, and get the job done. Everything clear?
Your plan is too complicated.
Complicated? I pulled the same plan off when I was 7 years old. It's child's play. Loot out, claw in for Cinda's chest and Bourne's chest, loot in, claw in for Drogue's. Then Drogue gets into trouble, Kata gets out of trouble, and we get to bask in the glory. I told you, I'm all about solutions.
How can I break into Cinda's and Bourne's chests?
Break the lock, pick the lock, stare at it until it drops off. I'm sure you can think of something.
Isn't there a simpler way?
Well, I suppose you could use the keys. I happen to have picked them up earlier. Here, but don't let those keys get traced back to me. I'd rather not end up at the end of a rope.
How did you get those keys?
If I tell you that, I'll ruin my aura of mystique. Point is, I had them, now you've got them, and you can get Kata free. Problems are solved when Ulrich's involved.
Okay, so we have those keys, and like Ulrich and that guy Rat from Outlaws, you guessed, kinda they're mysterious and stuff. Those claws, we will continue to explore that storyline now.
Are you lost? You'd better not try anything.
So let's go away, so Cinda will go there and sleep. So in this game, Claw is like thief's signature. And we already got one claw from the rat as recognition that we helped him. Okay, so we need to grab the stuff that's in here, but we also have to put one claw there. Let's find the claw. This is the rat's claw. We do not want to leave that in, so let's leave one claw. Could leave more, but one is enough. Okay, there's one claw. Let's go to the other guy. Grab his stuff.
Someone there?
And then we will have to put the stuff in Drog's chest. And when we looted that place where Drog's chest is, now you know why that place is kinda guarded. Well, not guarded, but those NPCs kinda try their hardest to stop you to loot that chest.
You might be sneaking, but I can see you.
And the reason for that is, well, it's a quest chest, so they made it a bit harder to do so. Just to make it interesting, I guess. And here's the Born's chest. Okay. Now let's put one claw here. Where are the regular claws? Okay. There we go. We do not need to sneak anymore.
Hey,
just run
what?
out.
What do you want?
And we got the level, by the way. Now we have 41 points. Nice, guys. And 3 points to learn ourselves a pickpocketing. And we are also going to grab a pickpocketing necklace. I already did the loot location video for that before I recorded this video, but we are going to pick it up. If you watched the loot location video, you already know where it is. Okay, I'm kinda getting... when I start speaking about some random stuff and try to do a game, I do the game on autopilot, and that is not sometimes not what you wanna do. And forgot what needed to be done. So we need to go to
Will you stop sneaking?
this chest, and hopefully we can... Oh man, this guy got here. This is going to suck, because he needs to get out of there for us to be able to... well, that's going to be annoying. Let's go do some other stuff until he moves away. There's one, like... Actually, it's starting... No, the moon is still there. So there is one place that we kinda went by and didn't loot. So I'm going to just quickly do that, since we need to wait for that NPC to get away from there. So this is going to take maybe a minute of our time, and then hopefully that NPC would have moved away. As you can see, there's some loot there.
Initiating area scan. Detecting high levels of obsolescence.
Already kinda went into this place for a loot location, but I didn't loot it here. Is that ELEX there? We'll have to get that at some point.
We need this damn thing, but these mutants are everywhere. There! There, you hear that? They're coming from above. Hey, you idiots! Move your asses and get them!
Okay, so we found Ruby's recording. Now we find Ruby here. They got attacked by mutants and got themselves killed, I guess. And here's one hatchet. That was the reason I recorded the loot location video. Hatchet is pretty nice if you wanna go strength constitution way, but you will still need dexterity if you want to get the points in for to increase your melee damage. But actually, to be honest, that 10 or 20 or 30%, if you wanna be like stronger a bit, maybe you can leave that for later on and go into constitution before you go to more damage. So if you want to be like a bit more tankier, then going strength constitution, it's kinda a good option. And hatchet does 30 damage. If the guy is moved away, we will then look at hatchet, but let's see if... Okay, he moved away. That was a good idea to finish that. So we need to find Cindas and Born's viables and drop that in along with one claw. So let's see. Claw. One claw. There we go. And we need to find those valuables. Okay, Born's valuables, Cinda's valuables. That should do it, I think. Let's kind of double check. Did I need to put the claw in all chests? I think this should do it. And we did loot that location there along the way. Multitasking, guys. And in this recording I didn't drop any frames, which is nice. Let's find Ulrich. Okay, where's the
prowling around here?
I stored the goods and the claw in Droge's chest.
Did you put the claws in the other chests like I said?
Yes.
Good work.
So what's next?
First things first, you can give me the keys to those chests back, right?
Here are the keys.
Right you are. Best for you not to be carrying evidence. Next, I do the dangerous part and tell Cormag that Droge has been the real thief all along, so he should let Kata come back. But it's best if I speak with Cormag alone. If he sees us together, he'll be suspicious. He's like that. Wait here. I will be right back. Good news.
Did it work?
Yes. You should have seen Cormac's face when everything was there in Droge's chest. He hates being wrong. Cormac has sent a messenger. Kata will be released.
What about Droge?
Cormac exiled him. Let's let sleeping Drogues lie, huh?
Thank you for your help.
Brothers in trade. Loyalty and money. I told you you could trust me. Besides, Droge was an asshole. Do you know he once accused me of being a thief too? Now, we'll see how he gets along without his clan to help him. Kata is as free as a bird. Well, if birds had guard duty. She's been given Droge's job on the gate. Imagine that. Someone in charge of what comes in and goes out, and she just happens to owe us a favor. A big favor. Speak to her when you have time. I'm sure she'll be grateful.
Okay, so let's find a bed and sleep in the morning.
What do you want?
Yes?
And we ended up decreasing our cold, getting a level. So guys, I tested out the cold values and I did a guide for that because it's kind of a bit confusing and I wanted to test out how much you can increase it. So you would need 100 natural elixir or either one of the potions, so small one, normal one or the strong one, to increase your cold value by 10. So to get it to normal, it can be done pretty well, not easily. We would need to farm a bit or use that glitch exploit, which I won't do in this playthrough since I do not think that is a good thing to do when you're doing a playthrough. Maybe if I do a speedrun I will do that, but not here. And basically we can get it back to normal. That is what I was getting to, so it's okay if we can get it even to synthetic. We just need to farm a bit, but it's kind of okay. And so basically decreasing your cold, then increase it back again, it can be done. But the other way around, if you go too far into cold, you cannot get back. As I didn't figure out how to do that yet, if there is a way to do it.
I don't know what to say. I never thought I would see Goliath again.
It was Alric's plan.
But he couldn't. Wouldn't have done it without you. So it's you I have to thank for getting me home. And Drog has gone too. If ever there was a berserker who needed to be sent away to see some of the world, it was Drog. Here, I don't have much, unfortunately. It's hard to make a living in exile. And here, take this claw. It's important. Keep it. Don't sell it. Don't throw it away. Don't talk about it. That claw will help you when the time is right.
Thanks for the mystery. What will you do now?
I will do my guard duty at the gate. They'll be watching me to make sure they made the right decision in letting me back. So I have to avoid giving them anything to worry about. That said, I do have some business that I have to take care of.
Business. Sounds like you're planning to start more trouble.
Nothing gets by you, does it? A lot of people stabbed me in the back when I was condemned to exile. And I'm sure those people will pay out a few shards to buy peace now that I'm back. Here, for your subtlety.
Didn't you say you were out of money?
Hey, a lady knows how to budget.
Okay, I just wanna check out with Cormac. I don't know if he will react to this at all, but I wanna check out. And we will also find Drogue. He will definitely react to this, but I wanna find him. Okay, he doesn't react to this.
You know technology is forbidden by law here.
We got that claw. That was the reason that I did this quest. I wanted that claw. Okay, so let's go to... yeah, to this one.
High probability of an ambush. Recommend requesting reinforcements.
Okay, so... I'm not really sure, but Drogue should be either on this side or on this side. Let's check out. I think I'm going the wrong way, but we can always fly over.
You show your face here? I was thrown out of Goliath because of you, you bastard. Give me one reason I shouldn't kill you right here.
What are you talking about?
Should I help you jog your memory? You went on a stealing spree in Goliath and put the gear in my chest. You framed me. Think you're so smart? How's this for smart? You turned up by Goliath just after the Albrader crashed. They never did find the pilot, did they? I wonder why that is.
You think people would listen to your accusations?
That's not how rumors work, is it? I know enough people to put the word out. Then people will start talking.
What do you want?
For my silence? I want what you got. A new start. And for that, I need shards. And you're gonna give me them.
One more thing.
I don't know, guys. I kinda do not feel like giving him 2000 shards. I don't know if that's going to change the story. If it doesn't change the story, well, yeah, I'm going to fight him.
One more thing. I'm not paying you a single shard.
You're right. I want more than that.
I'm not paying.
You're paying, one way or another. I've got nothing more to lose. Pay me, or I'll take them from your corpse.
It's not me who'll die here.
We'll see about that. I'll cut him down!
Yeah, I kinda wasn't expecting them all to attack me. Not good, guys. Not good. Not good. Drink the potion, man. Okay, this doesn't change the story, I guess. I don't know why it did the other berserker attack, but the third one didn't. Really weird.
Yeah, not now, alright?
Okay, I'm going to leave that one alone, I guess. We can pickpocket him if we get here sometime. If the drugs that would change the story, I would have paid him to see what happens, but just for the lore. But I really didn't feel like giving him 2k shards. So next thing that we need to do is kind of multitasking here. Going to pick up the lockpicking amulet. It's going to take a few seconds. Well, not a few seconds, maybe a minute or two. Then we are going to do one more thing, and then in the next video I'm going to go on pickpocketing spree in various towns. I really didn't have to kill this guy, but yeah, why not? And we could have used this barrel. He stands there, so that would have done some damage to him. So if you're if your character is a bit weak, you can try that strategy to blow up those barrels. Okay, so once we loot this stuff, there is this awesome chest here which isn't even locked, and you will get Thief's Amulet, which gives some dexterity and pickpocketing, so pretty nice amulet. Even if you do not want to pickpocket, that dexterity is not bad. There are better amulets, definitely, but this one is pretty cool. So let's kind of teleport just to save some time. And now we are going to do that mysterious thing. And then in the next video I will loot this city. Hopefully I won't get interrupted by NPCs. We can do a quick run around the city, see if we get interrupted. I think maybe one more NPC is going to interrupt us, but I'm not sure if he does.
Are you here to seek shelter or to cause problems? This area is a sanctuary for refugees. There's nothing here for reavers, recruiters, or troublemakers.
Okay, this was actually... I didn't think about her, I thought about one other NPC, but let's talk to her.
I'm not a reaver.
Then I hope that means you're here to help.
I've heard a lot about that.
Okay, so I will leave that as that.
Yes, I'd heard
He
things
won't
were rough
interrupt
there,
us. I
too.
was thinking about him, so
I wonder if he was
probably
serious
like
about that.
not 100% sure, but
Is
I
she
do not
really
think
so
we will get interrupted by anyone when we do the looting. So guys, if that is boring to you guys, like, you can skip the next video, but I would like put some, you can put it in a background and watch it that way, like multitask with something. Yep, it should be somewhere around here, like I forgot where exactly it is. Like, we are trying to find the hidden keyhole that similar the one that we found in Berserker's place. So this one should be a Bessa strange mechanism. Where it is, like, yeah, for real, I was like really close to it. So it should be where it is. Okay, like it's really hidden if you... It really looks like it's one of the bricks if I stand here. Okay, so let's do this. We can use that key.
That's it.
And we unlocked that passageway. There is also a different route that we can take from outside of the city and then up some rocks, but I wanted to open up this passageway. I burned that rat to a crisp.
The claw will be your guide.
Okay, so this is kind of the reason why I wanted this. You can...
The claw will be your...
So this guy stops us, and we can either tell him that we found the entrance, we can give him Kata's claw or Rat's claw. So in one playthrough with one faction, one ending, I will do the first one, then the different playthrough I will do the second one, and so on, the third one. So we will see all of them. I could just hit F5 and do all of those, but I'm not sure if they're going to have some like consequences later on. Maybe Kata or Rat will say something about that, so we'll see.
The claw will be your guide.
So for this one I will so I won't do that until we actually... What? Until we join a faction. So I wanted to open up that beforehand. And we can actually... I'm wondering if we can go from the different side and get in without getting interrupted. So let's try out that. We need to climb some rocks. Like, I entered from the other way the first time. And yeah, there is this chest, I forgot about that. Let's kinda open it. So, you can find high-tech sunglasses, scientist amulet, which will give you bookworm. And there's one more amulet that gives bookworm, or is it a ring? But I'm not sure. So, yeah, I do not have to make a loot location save here, because, like, I can go to the previous video save game and get here. Okay, so we need to... I'm not sure exactly where, but we need to climb... You saw that in that cave it's kinda... was showing the outside, so we need to find it. So maybe it's somewhere around here. Is it here? Yeah, I think I found it. hit F5, see if we get interrupted once we get in. Oh man, I didn't have my shield equipped. What is happening? Come on, move away. I'm going to get killed by a rat. But what is interesting, this is one entrance, but that was looking like it was to me it looked like it's outside from their place, and this is the different way in, just a different way in, I guess. We'll see if we just get to that guy. I think that is what is going to happen. Okay, this is getting annoying. Let's use the torch. I mean, we have Crony, but this is like really dark. Okay, so we get back to this guy, and this is looking... So if this is kind of mountain like this, so we have to go the other way, I guess. So it should be really close. We orient ourselves like... So maybe on the right from here? Let's try to enter it that way. If it's possible, I guess. So that entrance should be like somewhere around here, maybe. Okay, I see some stuff there. Maybe that's it. Kinda... Let's go around this, see if there is something there. Why is this kinda... These weather effects are kinda weird. Oh, we found something here. Oh, this is kinda looking at those mountains there. Maybe that's why? Oh. Looks like something is burning. The effects look like that. Damn. I wasted my fuel again, so we will have to wait for it and then fly up. I'm not going to risk it, I'm going to wait for it to refill to a maximum. No. Yeah. Do not think that's enough fuel for that, so let's kinda... Okay, stop doing that. Go around. Maybe that is something completely different. Yeah, that's like some old machine and some scrap there on it. Like the way that we could figure that out, if where that entrance is to enter it and then like go around it. See if that where we end up once we go through that part of mountain. Oh, that doesn't look friendly at all. Okay, is that it? Yeah, it freaking is, so... Let's see if we get interrupted if we go through this way. Looks like we don't. Oh,
We'd better get out of here. Just get out of
but
here.
they will attack us if we go this way. I wanted to see what happens, so we definitely have to go from the other way. We can run out from here, but since we are doing a looting spree in the next one, I will teleport here. This was like an experiment. I wondered if I can enter it without, I guess, giving one of the claws. Okay, that's kinda 1 hour already, and even more. So in the next one I will find some bed to sleep and start looting this place. So guys, see you in the next one.